Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing some combo tutorials and like kind of like test hands and see why the deck is good and how consistent it is. So yeah, I'll do some shufflings real quick. Do some test hands for you guys. All right, so whew, oh, one two extra card. So this is our hands. This is honestly a really good hand. If you're going second, if you have draw and effect failure in hand, I don't think the opponent plays, but yeah, you can OTK. But going first, um, honestly, I'll tell you guys, this is a decent hand, but I'll go with just one card combo real quick. So if you have circular, zone's kind of important, but not really. Just don't want to clog up the zones. If you're playing on the right side, if you're a right-handed player, you might as well just gonna go for the right side of the zone. But yeah, circular effect. If there's D shifter kills this deck, but I mean, if you're not under shifter, circular effect, send a Sigma as cost. Then on open game state, Sigma effect from grave to summon itself if you don't control link monster. And then circular effect on summon of Sigma triggers, so you can add your super victorial. This is just the fact that if you didn't get hand trapped. And if you have two cards in hand, you have. I'll show you all the combos that this deck can do. Um, that way, you can go on Summon of Alimbertion, effect detach two as cost, and Sigma will go to graveyard because it was XYZ material. And then you can add a copy of MathMech diameter to your hand. So one card just turned into two cards. And now you can go normal summon diameter effects targeting Sigma. I always target Sigma because if you get nibbed here, um, it'll be 500 less attack. So that's what I like about this combo. If you get nibbed here, it will be exactly 4k attack, 3k defense. Here you can just go the Sigma and Alimbertion into Splash Mage. Splash Mage effect will reborn Sigma. Then you can link 3 into Decode Talker Heat Soul. And on summon a V Soul, you'll pay 1,000 life points to draw a card. Then you can turn that diameter into a Lingaribo, so you don't get evenly matched. And this will be your normal end board with Super Factorial set. And the next opponent's draw phase, you'll activate the Heat Soul effect to draw another card. So it's basically Pot of Greed combo where you can draw a 2, have a Trap Negate, Heat Soul, and then Super Victorial, which is not bad at all. And 4 other cards because that was one card combo. Now, you can do this combo a lot safer, like say from Nib, etc., with just 2 cards. I'm going to put these cards up real quick. Alright, so here we go. Here you have circular and diameter. Circular will be always the first to move. Circular effect. If you have circular and diameter, you can basically do your entire combo very safely. Like very, very safely. Your Sigma effect cost will send Sigma. And then you will normal summon diameter, attempt to target Sigma. There you have it. And then you go Sigma and diameter into Alimbertion. And here you play around draw. So you would just go on summon Alimbertion effect chainlink 1, circular effect chainlink 2. So you would rather chain block it. And circular will add you super factorial. And then the Alimbertion will add you addition. Here you have different choices. You can literally go Sigma effect from grave to reborn itself, an addition effect target Sigma, and you can do the same thing. Go into Splash Mage effect targets addition, and then you go link it off, link 3 into Decode Talker Heso while you have Omni Negate on board, so you're safe from Nib, and then you can end on Lingaribo. You basically most of the time don't want to end on more than 3 monsters because Super Factorial has to use 3 zones to special summon them first in order for you to um, uh, use Super Factorial legally. Then Decode Talk or Heat Soul on summon would have drawn you a card. Then draw phase, draw another card. So basically, this deck is 1 card combo. Well, one and a half. I mean, if you want to do a safe card combo, you can do like 1.5 card combo, I guess. But this deck is really consistent. And it does what it needs to do. The reason why I run Crossout as well is because Ghost Spell exists, and Ghost Spelling on Super Factorial is really bad. It sucks really bad. And the thing is, Ghost Spell is once per turn, so it's just like if you negate it with if you negate it with crossout, they have no way to use it again. Like Droll's not once per turn, Veiler's not once per turn, so they can chain it if they wanted to on top of crossout, but Ghost Spell is not, Ash is not, and a bunch of other hand traps are not. So I'll actually do a test hand, like legit test hand here now. All right, so this is our 5 cards. This is all hand traps, right? But here you can still play turn 1, game 1. If this was your turn 1 going second hand, obviously they're not playing the game through 3 Veiler and Ash, but if the 6th card will be circular, which is fine. But if you had a hand like this, you can still play. So you don't need effect failure, so you would rather use normal summon effect failure, and then you will link it off into Salamangreat Almirage. And on summon of Almirage, you will go and you will then use the effect of Parallel Exceeds. And then you will use the Parallel Exceeds on summon to go into another Parallel Exceeds. If you get nibbed on Alimmersion, it is what it is. You don't have any nib proof here. Then go into Alimmersion. Alimmersion effect on summon will allow you to get MathMech Circular. And then summon a Circular. This is the best case scenario, honestly. You will send the diameter, then you would use Alimmersion's effect tribute as cost to target diameter. On summon of diameter, you will add circular, and circular will add super factorial. And unfortunately, this hand you can't go into Laplacian plays, but I mean your opponent still should not play after this plays. You can go into again Splash Mage. Then Splash Mage targets diameter, link 3 into Heat Soul. Heat Soul will draw you a card. One then circular will go into Lingaribo. So you're basically ending on a Trap Negate, Pot of Greed, and Super Factorial for Alimmersion for 2 with Omninegate, and yeah, that's what you're looking at. Then top deck in the Crossout Designator. So it's not, that was a kind of a bad hand, but you just use most of it. All right, let's do another test hand real quick. If you have Small World and Sign of Mining, you can always bait an opponent out to see if they have Ash. I mean, this hand is very cracked going first. Yeah, I mean, this is just basically the same combo that I told you about. You have a follow-up with Sign of Mining, and then you have Diameter. Um, I'll show you some forbidden combo that you should not do your opponent, but here you go. Circular effects and sigma as costs. You will normal summon's diameter, target sigma. Then here you will play around draw, so you will go sigma and Allen version. I mean sigma and diameter into Allen version. With now it has an omni negate. Chain link 1, chain link 2. You also chain block it. So you will add superfactorial off of circular, and then you will add addition off of Allen version. So you want to keep an Allen version because um, so you go sigma effect from grave. Then you would go into Cyber's Wicked. And then on Summon of Wicked, you will go Parallel Xyz effects. And Parallel Xyz on Summon effect. I mean, you can trigger it here if you wanted to. But I just like not banishing something else. So I just go Splash Mage. And I'll use Splash Mage effect, Reborn, Diameter. Then I'll go into Heat Soul. And on Summon of Heat Soul, uh, I'll do Saber's Wicked, banishing your Parallel Xyz to search, and then I will probably chain Decode Talker Heat Soul. So you will always have a follow up of in some way, and then you just search diameter off of Wicked. Then on resolution, you can use Decode Talker Heat Soul's effect, pay 1,000 to draw a card. Alright, and now you have Nib in hand, Imperm, Superfactorial, Nib in hand, along with the 2 follow-up, discard fodder, then draw face off of the Code Talker Heat Soul. You draw crazy. And the craziest thing, you can trigger Cyber's Wicked on the opponent turn as well. So if you use Superfactorial into Wicked, under Wicked, you can also search another diameter, so you have another discard fodder. But yeah, I mean, the side mining pitch Dot Skipper is pretty good. Dot Skipper itself is honestly access code next turn. But yeah, I mean, this deck is pretty consistent. And top deck into back subtraction. So no matter what you do, you can also play through it. Okay, so I also wanted to show you guys a line where if you get access code, if you get nibbed on access code, you can still get into like access code double OTK. So I'll show you that line real quick. All right, so basically, every basic line is probably, if you have, so like, let's see if you have one equation in hand, like diameter engrave, like circular engrave or something, or sigma engrave that you didn't activate or whatever. So most of the time, if you have bodies on board, most of the time you would honestly have Allen version with Omnigate and going second hand. I mean, like going second to have Omnigate, so you don't get nibbed or like impermed on your access code. But sometimes that's not the case. So there is ways to outplay opponent's nib. So if this is a case where a circular is still on board, splash mage effect, target sigma or whatever, and then you just go into update jammer, right? Here you would just go link these 2 off into access code, and then you update jammer chain link 1, access code chain link 2, target update jammer, and then you would attempt to enter battle phase. And if they don't stop you here, this is 43 with attacking twice, a big capability. So this is honestly game here. But if they go end the main, attempt to nib here, then sure, nib gets nibbed. and you have a Nib token in defense. Sure, this is not a problem. Right. So if you have either Sigma alive from grave or equation alive in your hand, you can just go equation or Sigma effect. Doesn't matter which one you use, but you just go this. If you use equation, Sigma will go to grave. I mean, no, you don't use. You just link off the Nib token into link spider. Then you would just go link spider and the Sigma into G Golem Crystal Heart. This card is a new card from Battle of Legend Crystal Revenge, and then G Golem Crystal Revenge will reborn Link Spider. Then you will just link these two off into transcode, and transcode effect will reborn the update jammer, and then you just go link, and you just link climb back into another access code, and then you just go uh, update jammer chain link 1, access code chain link 2, target transcode talker. Now this is 53, attack twice, post nib. So, I mean, I really like this package a lot. It allows you to play through so many interruptions, and this package allows you to have a board post turn 1. So that's what I really like about it. And yeah, there it is, guys. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys have any suggestions of any other better lines that you guys might have, or you can think of, let me know down in the comment section down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. And honestly, like I said, this deck is really um, good, crazy good in my opinion. And when you go through like regionals or like YCS, like big events, having a deck that does, consistent things and have consistent line of hand traps and etc. is very important. So that's why I like this deck a lot, and hopefully I'll be able to share you guys the regional results from this upcoming weekend. And thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.